Hey, good morning, everyone. How the hell are you? Yes, I know it's late in the morning, but I didn't see anybody up. There will be later. Steve looking for silver later and $1 Million Egg. I don't know if they'll be on her channel, if she's going to be up or what, but we're going to be doing raising money for shipping races for WWP coming up not too long. Anyway, I brought the receipts today. I went to the Marty Stuart concert last night. And as you know, they are now doing uh, electronic tickets. You get them in your email and they scan the QR code and they, oh, hey, you bought one ticket, blah, blah, blah. If you notice on my ticket, what it says is, you look at that, floor seats general tier 1. That means on the floor. Section 1, row L9. What was that? 41.50. Not bad, but still more money than I ever paid for a ticket, I think. But yeah, I don't like this because I used to have ticket stubs that I could put in my scrapbook and it would have the group or the singer and nice cardboard ticket. It was only about yay big, and the tickets were a work of art in themselves. And now we got this monstrosity to try and put into a, hey, Tarragonsu, hey, Ron AZ, this monstrosity to try and put into a scrapbook, which is crap. But so what I try and do, a lot of times I try and buy signed posters from concerts, but Marty Stuart had a $50 signed poster last night, and I wasn't going to spend $50 on a signed poster. Well, after the concert last night, and it was an early concert because it was Thursday night, so show started at 8 instead of 9, and we were out of there an hour early, so we were out of there. I mean, I was on my way home by 10:30. So it was a real good show. I was in L9 way back over on the kind of the left side, but for the last 3 or 4 songs, I got up, I walked around, I went up to the left side of the stage. It'd be the left side as you're looking at it, it'd be the right side of the stage if you're on it. But there's a ready room back there, and that's where the guitar techs and the ready area guitar techs and those people are over there. And that's where the band either gets onto the stage or goes off the stage. So I went up there on that side and just stayed off to the side where I could see the concert really well. And, it's like 5 feet from the stage. But the security guys are up there just making sure that nobody goes up to the stage. Nobody takes pictures, because last night they announced before the concert, no pictures, no recording devices, nothing whatsoever. And that includes cell phones. I did manage to get a couple pictures from back in my seat of the stage and Marty Stuart. And I'm sorry that pictures on my post last night are blurry, but I had to get them fast, put the camera away before the security guy saw me. And that was a little unusual, even for even for cell phones taking pictures, because usually they allow cell phones to take pictures. And I actually record video most of the concerts, but couldn't do that last night. So anyway, I went up around the side, and I stand up there talking to the security guy. He says, "How come why aren't you up here in the front? You're usually up here in the front, right? It's a security barricade." I said, "Yeah, I know. I don't know. I got a ticket late or whatever." And he said, "Yeah, you're usually up here. I see your other buddy from Waterloo's up here." And he was up there, and we talked at the beginning of the show because I went up and took a picture of the stage before the show. And he said, there's two guys that are always here that I wanted to see and make sure they were here. I talked to the other guy, now I talked to you. He says, yep, now I know it's going to be a good concert. So I went up, I stood there for 2 or 3 shows, or for 2 or 3 songs. And when they took their final bow, everybody come out, they took their final bow, and they walked off that side of the stage. I scooted up to the stage, right on that side of the amplifier bank. And Marty was going off stage, and I went like this. I went like this. I want you to see the only pick that was given out at this concert. Right there. Yes, that's right. Come on. Focus on that bad boy. I have to get my hand behind it. Come on, camera. Yes, you see right there. It's a Fender pick. But I want you to notice this side of the pick. Yeah, sir. I got a monogram pick from Marty Stuart. The only one. The only one. The only one. My daughter is going to be so happy with that. I decided I had to get a new CD. There's a nice picture of Marty and his cousin and the band, the Superlatives. The new the new album called Altitudes. It's got a couple nice songs on there I really like. And it's country. Yeah, okay, it's country. But hey, so what? And of course, the obligatory t-shirt. Got to get the obligatory t-shirt. He had several t-shirts, so. Quite a little bit for a t-shirt, though. Most t-shirts are 25, 30 bucks. His are 40. But the CD was only 20 bucks. So what the hell, you know? I mean, there's 21 songs on here. 14, I think. But so it was a good night, and I was so happy I got that pick that I didn't even care about the playlist on the stage. Usually, I try and get a playlist too. You know, those are the list of songs that they tape down the stage that the performers can look at, and they know which song is next or whatever. A lot of performers nowadays they have their phone up there, and they look at their phone. It tells them what the playlist is. But a lot of bands still use a typed out piece of paper that they tape down the stage that the performer can look down and see what song is next. And I didn't even care to go get one. The last 3 concerts, I got a playlist plus picks. This time, I was so happy to get the pick that I didn't even care about the playlist. And there are other people over there getting them. Of course, there always are. But yeah, that was a great concert. I don't like country music, new country music. I like old country music. And Marty Stuart is old country music. And I like that a lot. Marty Stewart's been coming to Iowa since, what did he say, 1973, when I was a sophomore in high school. And I don't know if I saw him back in the day or not when I was in high school. I might have. I don't know. But I wasn't going to let this chance go by without seeing him again. It was like seeing Willie Nelson or Waylon Jennings or Hank Williams Jr. or one of those guys. from back in the day. So it was a really good concert. I am supposed to have. Oh, you just got your 2019 Pride of Two Nations going stuff from Florida? Oh, $91 in tariff, taxes, and fees? Holy shit. Plus what it costs you? God damn. I really hate. You see this phone? Oh, you see that phone number? I don't know. It's just that they this scammer finds me. It's about Medicare, and every day I get two or three phone calls, and I block every number, and they they every day at least two calls. I graduated in 75, Ron, and I was supposed to graduate in 74, except that I was put back in the fifth grade. So I repeated fifth grade. That's when we changed parochial schools from Ionia to Stacyville, Iowa. They were like 50 miles apart when my mom got remarried. So I just went back to the fifth grade. So yeah, I should have graduated in 74. My older brother Steve graduated in 73. I should have graduated in 74. Phil should have graduated in 76. But that's the way that goes. Anyway, yeah, it worked out to my benefit in high school because they changed legal age to buy alcohol from 21 to 18 to 19. And I was a senior when I was 19, so I could buy alcohol. So we had parties, beer parties out in the woods. Yes, I bought kegs of beer. So bought kegs of beer. And then they changed it back to 21 after I went and graduated. So yeah, it was a year late getting into the army, a year late, yeah, for everything else, but wouldn't have made any difference even if I graduated in 74. See, I had to ask my parents if I could leave high school and join the army to go to Vietnam, and little did I know they had everybody pulled out by 74 except the embassy guards. So uh, the embassy fell while I was in the army the first time. Whatever. Didn't make it to Vietnam, did not make it to Panama or Grenada or Haiti or I was in during the Lebanon barracks bombing. What year was the Iranian hostage rescue mission during Reagan? What year was that? I don't remember. Might have been in then. Desert Storm I got alerted for, but never mobbed, so I didn't get there. And I retired in 95, so I didn't go to Iraq the second time or Afghanistan, even though I was still working for the Department of the Army, and I was a gray area retiree, which means that I was retired but not yet receiving retired pay, which is at age 60. At age 60, so I was 58 or whatever. And I volunteered for both of those excursions. And I was told by the Department of the Army, if we need you, we will call you. And they never called me. So I did 20 years and some change and never saw a shot fired in anger. And that's something that still kind of haunts me to this day. But you try, you try. You train for war for 20 years and then you never get to use that training. And that kind of sucks. But anyway, that's all. That's in the past. but the Marty Stuart concert was just fantabulous. And I got the pick, and I got the T-shirt, and I got the CD, and got to see him up close and personal. Not none of the band wanted to shake hands with the crowd afterwards, so that just kind of turns me off. But I like the bands that will come out and do a meet and greet with everyone. But see, they do the $200 or whatever meet and greet beforehand, and you get to go in and meet the band and have shit signed, take pictures with them, and all that for a couple $100. And I'm not into that, so people don't impress me that much. People don't impress me that much. So, well, tell you, Taragonsu, the tariffs will drop when and if you get a government that is not run by communists and trade is a little more even going back and forth across the border. Or if the Western provinces would like to declare their independence and do business with the United States separate from the government in Ottawa. So it's not that we do not like the people of Canada. It's not that we don't want to do business with Canada. It's that these tariffs are punishment for the government in Ottawa and their policies. So when you get a different government and the policies change, then those tariffs will come down, and yeah, we'll go back to being normal again. Hopefully, in my lifetime, we'll see. We'll see how that works. Yeah, well, you and me both, buddy. Hopefully, in my lifetime. I don't know. I am going through pennies right now. These are the 50s I'm going to go through, but here's what I've been doing. These are just the 60s, some of the 60s rolls that I've been rolling, pennies. These are just the 60s so far. And I've been taking out the BUs. I'm going to put them in 2x2s. Don't sell them separate. So I've been pulling them. As far as looking for errors and varieties, I'm not doing that because I don't have a microscope. I have to sit there and look at every penny with this, and I'm not going to do that. I need a set of magnifiers that I can wear that has a light on. And I may just tape a flashlight to these. I mean, these are nice to wear. I can look at pennies, but I need a light. I need a light on them because I don't have enough light in here. Anyway, that's what that is. And I got up and I took my pain pills because my back is just killing me from yesterday. I got the last 1/3 of a load. So that's 1/3 of 2 cords of wood thrown into the shed, but I got to stack it. That passageway is so narrow that I have to walk down that I can't carry wood in there. So that's where I took wood out for the wood burner last year. So I'm restacking in there. So I have to throw like a third of a load in there, then climb over the pile, and then go in there and stack it, and then come back out and throw another third of a load in. And the last third of a load is thrown in there. Um, but I finished mowing lawn yesterday, so riding around on that thing really screws up your back. So today, I am going to, and I hopped online last night after I got home from the concert because it was like only like 11 o'clock, 11:30, and just to see who was on. And I was online till what, I don't know, 1 or something. And I went to bed after I let the dog out, and the dog come back in. Um, and my back is just on fire this morning for some reason. So I'm gonna wait for my pain pill to kick in. Then I'm gonna go over. I took the trailer back over yesterday to my brother's, and yes, he has uh, most of that other tree, the last tree, not the last one, but the last of the 7. And this one that still has bark still on it, so it's still a little wet inside. So that has to dry for a year before I use it. Anyway, that one's laying there, and he's got a cut, so there's enough there for me to split again. And once we get that all cut up and cleaned up and out of there, then we got the one big dead tree left that's over the well house. And it looks like the pictures that I took of that, I can't find on my phone. So I'm going to take a couple more pictures of that. And maybe a little video of me splitting again. I don't know. And then I'll take video and show you where my pile is in the shed and where I'm stacking at. But just to prove to you guys that yes, I am working, I am doing things. That's why I'm not online a lot anymore during the summer. And it's getting toward fall now. We're getting to September, so you got September, October to get stuff done yet, and then November it's start that stove up and start burning wood again. No, I'm just rolling them up, Ron, to put them away because then I can pack them into 50 caliber ammo cans, and that stacks a lot easier, and it's more nondescript than just having buckets of pennies out. I'm saving them for the copper too, but those are all the pennies that I don't have in books or that aren't not the large pennies. I want a year set of all small pennies and all of the large pennies. I want at least one of each in a book, and then the rest of them can all get rolled. The large pennies, if I have extras, those will get sold, I think. But the small pennies, I'll just keep those for copper. I do that with American pennies too, because we're going to quit using pennies here this next year. And so they'll be collectible. And the Canadian coins are collectible because you quit using pennies back in 2012 or whatever the hell it was. So I have a date set all the way up to the end, and then the rest of them will just go in 50-gallon or 50 caliber ammo cans rolled up, and I'll write on the excuse me. Excuse me. I'll write on the wrappers what years they are, because some of the rolls will have 60, 61 in. Some of the rolls will have 61, 62, 62, 3, 4, because they don't have 50 of each one. So they will have a separate, we'll have more than 1 year in one roll. So that's what I'm trying to say. more than 1 year in one roll. And when we get down to the 50s here, dropped a penny. There it is. I found it. Bag was open. That's just the 50s, so there might be 50 in there. I don't know. But if not, then I'll put them in with 69s and 68s or whatever. I'll just keep rolling them. I'm not gonna. I have rolls that my wife bought me for my birthday. It was a birthday present. So she went somewhere. I don't know where this was. And bought penny rolls for pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. Might have been at a craft store. I don't know. So I'll use them up. And then after that, if I still got more pennies left, then we'll put them loose in 50 caliber ammo cans and stack them up that way. So I have a lot of ammo in 50 caliber ammo cans too, 223 and 9mm and 45. So all that stays in ammo cans. So somebody would have a hell of a job looking through all those ammo cans just to find fucking coins. And they're not going to do that. They'll just ammo, coins, they'll just load it all out. So it's going to be a job if they do that. Yeah, I know. I had them all dumped together too, and I've been separating them out by years. And then when I get, like, say, the decade of the 60s, all the 60s, I'll go through the 60s and I'll separate them out by dates. 60, 61, 62, 63. Put them in separate bags, see how many I got, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll take out the BUs and I'll put those in 2x2s and sell those separate. The 65s and the 67s, like the 67 had, because that was a commemorative, had the seagull on, or the tern, whatever the hell that bird is. I'll keep those. All of the, oh shit. Here. Let me get my spreadsheet up here. All of the commemorative years that have the, let me see if I can find that piece of paper real quick. There it is. All of the dollars, like the Charlottetown, Quebec dollars, the Parry Sound Centennial, the Canadian Confederation, the Snow Goose dollars, the Bobcat quarters, the Howling Wolf halves, the Jackrabbit nickels, RCMP quarters, the Seagull pennies, and the mackerel dimes. They had a mackerel on. All of those coins I will save separately. I will not get rid of those, because those are all special coins. So I'll keep all of those. I won't get rid of any of those. And I was talking to Block. He may have an auction. He's taking a little break. He may have an auction here in September, beginning of September. So any of the stuff that's on his spreadsheet, you might want to look at. Because any of that will be for sale before he takes it back to the coin shop. So if you want any of it, you might want to look at that spreadsheet and see if there's anything there you want. I think there's a couple things I want on there. So if he does have the, if he does have an auction in September, there are a few things I would like to buy. And I will be spending some money again, I can tell you that. You're trying to finish it, and I'm trying to start that early nickel book. I have to look and see what they got for nickel. I don't have as many of those early nickels as I like, as I'd like to have. I'd like to have some more of them, but I think I got two decades are complete, all the way up to where they went to the beaver nickel. Two or three decades before that. So that was 20, 21. So I got the 1920s, 1900s, 1890s, most of the 1880s, very few 1870s, very few 1860s, maybe one or two 1850s. I have to look, but yeah, I would like to have more than I have. And I'll have to make a list of Canadian collector guys like you, Ron. Like who is it? Oh shit, Hidden. Who else? A fair few. Yeah, I have some extra nickels, different years, so I have extra large pennies of years too, and then I need some, so I could trade if you had extras. There are other guys who collect Canadian coins, and I think we should make a network of people who collect, and then communicate between us just to see if we can trade between us. I think that would be a good idea. I'm gonna start writing shit down. I am going to do that. I'll write it. I will put it in the chat, Ron. That because Goomba is not my email. It should be on my website, but I don't know if it is. Let me see. .com. That should be it right there. Mr. Trapper, MRTRAPPER. You want to know why it's called MrTrapper.com? Because that's what I am, Mr. Trapper, right there. At my Omnitel, which is a local service provider here in Iowa, Omnitel. And so they went from Omnitel.com to myomnitel.com. It's so stupid because then I had to change my email address on everything. Dumbasses. Okay, dude. We'll talk. We'll talk. Yeah, as soon as these pain pills kick in and I figure out what the hell's going on, I'll go over and probably split some wood. I have a small trailer It's like a 6x6 by, how tall is it? Maybe 2 foot, maybe 22, 24 inches tall. And that's full of apple wood that I cut down. Was it our apple tree? Yeah, it was our apple tree. One of our apple trees split and one side died, so I cut that off, trimmed that off the live part, and that trailer is full of apple wood, and it's sitting in the shed out there. And I thought I would sell that for people who wanted to smoke meat, but hell, I took one load of that down to the local sale yard. God damn it. Fucking again. Different number, different area code, all the time, different. I took it down to the local sale yard and it didn't bring but $45 or whatever the fuck it was. And then they got to use my trailer to take it home. And you trust them to bring your trailer back to the sale yard. And then you pick your trailer up there once they got the wood unloaded. But I didn't get enough for it. And so I'm just thinking I'm going to toss it in the fucking wood burner and burn it for heat this winter. I hate doing that, but I can't see any other alternative. I'm not, it's worth it to me for heat than it is to haul it down there, get whatever little money I'm going to get for it, pay 20% of fucking commission, and have to wait to get my trailer back. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to throw it in the wood burner. Maybe I'll advertise it on a local for sale site. And if somebody wants it, then they can come and get it. But I'm not going to do the work anymore. Anyway, I can stack wood in that shed. That where our combine used to sit, or my father-in-law's combine used to sit. And that's just an add-on to the building that was already there. Just some place to keep his combine in out of the weather. And I usually keep my tractor in there, or I have that load of wood in there and my tractor right now. So I'll have to move my tractor over to a different shed, make room. I'll have to move some stuff around. And I'll do that. And then I'll start stacking wood in that combine shed over there. Because this other shed out here, out to the west, that's about as full as we can get it right now. I have to go get some more pallets to stack wood in there. Because it's a dirt floor, so you have to keep it up off the dirt. Otherwise, it rots on you. And it promotes good airflow. And when I used to skin fur for trappers, they would bring in stuff that was wet off the trap line and stuff, and I have to dry it out before I could skin it, and because we combed everything out for them too, nice. So the fur would have to lay there, and I have big fans that I had, big floor fans I had on the fur to dry it out. Well, now it's over in my woodshed because this spring I split a whole bunch of cottonwood that was out there, and that's really wet wood. And it's junk wood, but it was free. So anyway, the fur fans are in there drying that cottonwood, and it's been drying it for a couple months now. So most of that is going to be good wood to burn this year, and that's what I'm going to burn. I have a pile of oak logs out there I still got to cut, but I have this ash I'm taking down for my brother, and then I have another brother that lives a few more miles away that has one ash tree that has to come down. He wants down. Little one, though. This one's only about, this big around about 30 foot. And so I can drop that right there where I'm going to put all of the branches are going to go right in the ditch because it's growing right beside the road. So branches are going to go right in the ditch. He's going to burn right there. I can back a trailer in to a driveway, pick up all the wood, and bring it home. Then I can split it. So I have to put it on the trailer, take it off the trailer, split it, put it back on the fucking trailer, move it. No, I'm not going to put it back on there. I'm just going to make a pile and then take tractor and loader and then move it. Fuck it. I'm not going to, and I'm not even going to stack it. I'm just going to fucking dump it in there on a big pile. I'm not even going to stack that shed, I don't think. I did one other time, but not going to do it. My father-in-law, when he burned wood, he just dumped it in there and he didn't even stack it. So, all right, hold up a second. Let me check my emails. Yep, I got it, Ron. I got it. All right, I'll go through this later. I'll go through all that later. I can send you pictures. I just have to take the pictures, upload the pictures, and then I can do that. So I got to get them off my phone onto my hard drive. I have a standalone hard drive down there, so I can plug it in, plug it. Anyway, I got to figure out how to get them off my phone onto my hard drive. Not sure how to do that. I am not that technologically savage. The last time my daughter did it for me, she said she was going to tell me how to do it, but she hasn't. So I'm going to have to. She'll be here in another week. My youngest, she'll be here in another week. So, because she's going to Ireland for a week or a couple weeks, 2 weeks, month, I don't know. She's going to Ireland because that's where her mother's lineage is from, Ireland, England. My lineage is German. German Austrian, I think. Might be Austrian, mostly German. Huffman, with a name like Huffman. And the last N was dropped from the name when they came here. Just like my wife's name, Carol, Carroll is her maiden name. But when they came to this country, it was O'Carroll. And the O got dropped. So they actually have, I think, a coat of arms in Ireland. I know I have a coat of arms in Germany. So I have not researched my family's history that far, but my wife has researched her side that far. So my daughters, because they are girls, decide they want to go to Ireland to research that side of the family instead of going to Germany and researching that side of the family. So, whatever. If it were boys, it might be different, but you know how that shit goes. Tarragoncio, I just can't imagine that coin set costs you that much money. Good Lord. And taxes and tariffs and fees and holy shit, man. I gotta go back up and see what you said. $143.50. Good price. Good price on the set. Got charged 25%. What is 25% of 143 at 25? $35 for that, which was $49. No, 49.49 is 100, and so that'd be a third. That'd be 30%. Well, 25%. Okay, $10 handling fee, so 59. 32 in taxes. That fucking just amazes me. Why are there any taxes on it? Because that is a currency. It's not a bullion, it's a currency. It's an ASE, an American Silver Eagle, and a Canadian Maple Leaf. There should be no taxes on that. There should be no taxes. No, and I don't know what kind of taxes. Were they sales taxes? Shouldn't be any sales taxes. I don't understand that. Okay, Ron, I will. I'll let you know what I'm looking for. When I get straightened out, I don't know. Am I ever going to get straightened out? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I was talking to security guards last night, and the one young guy that he's tall, man. He's like 6'5". Reminds me of an Afghan vet. I don't know if he is or not, but I have to ask. The one guy that was head of security there, Roy, who has since left the security company, went on to do other things. Roy was a combat Marine, and he was in the Battle of Fallujah. I think he was deployed to Iraq 3 times. He did 3 tours in Iraq, and him and I got along really well. I don't know if most of the new security guys are vets or not. A couple of them look like they could be, but you never know. You have to ask or find out during normal conversation. And then I was talking to another security guy at the end, tall bearded guy with glasses, and we were talking for a while. I like to get to know the security guys. I like to help them out whenever I can, because there are people who do like to start fights. For alcohol does stupid things to some people. Uh, I get to be a big teddy bear when I'm drinking, or when I was drinking. It would take a lot to get me in a pissed off mood, but I wasn't a fighter when I was drinking, so. And I see how difficult their job is at times, so I like to help them out when I can. All right, guys, we're at 48 minutes, and I got I panned out a bag of B&B pay dirts, and I took a video of it, and I still got to upload that video. I did a little. I'd like to know how to edit videos, how to splice 2 or 3 segments together, how to chop one, add another. I would love to know how to do that. I am not good at that. I need to experiment a little more, but I need to experiment with videos that I don't care about. I have the final weigh in on B&B's video. I have a panning video, and I have where I started. And I'd like to add those 3 together, chop them up, put them all together, make one video, and then upload it. Or maybe upload all 3 and then chop them up and do it. I don't know how to do that, man. They're on my phone right now. I could upload all 3. Is there editing software? Is there editing on YouTube software? I don't know. Do I have to use a separate software? Then make a file and then upload that file to YouTube? Don't know how to do that. Those are questions that I have. I'll have to ask my daughter. Let's see. She is going to be flying out of Minneapolis, so I think she's going to be gone long enough that we're probably going to have to take her up to Rochester, where she catches a shuttle to go to Minneapolis. So it's a 45, 50-minute drive to get her up to her shuttle point up there. And then for her, it's another, for a shuttle, it's another hour and hour and 15 minutes to get up to Minneapolis airport. Or we could just drive her to Minneapolis. But now we got that shuttle service in Rochester. We only have to drive up to Rochester. And like my middle daughter did, she's going out to Philadelphia. She's out to Philadelphia to see her older sister, my oldest daughter, and her husband this week. So she just drove up to Rochester, up to the shuttle place, and left her car there because they have a secure lot, I guess, as secure as it can be. There's no fence around it, but it's lighted and whatever. I don't know if they have security there that patrols or not, but I told my middle daughter, Mary, we could drive her up there and pick her up when she comes back rather than her leave her car up there. And she said she didn't want it. She'd rather have her car up there. Okay, so not a big deal. We can do that. Get out of there. Yeah. That was bothering me. But if Rose is going to be gone longer than a week to Ireland, I'm thinking maybe we'll just drive her up there and leave her car here in our yard. Don't know. We'll see what she wants to do. It's not like it's up to me anyway. So okay, I'm gonna go put some clothes on, put this stuff away, and I'm gonna go split some wood. I'm gonna take some more ibuprofen. Yeah, I'm gonna take some more ibuprofen. It works real good with my tramadol. I can just about almost, if I take a handful of ibuprofen, 4 or 5 of them, along with my tramadol, I can just about feel normal, just about, for a few hours, and then it hits me hard. So yeah, we'll go do that, and we will talk to you guys later. Peace out, man.